Why isn't it made public so that other people can see it?
I think that's one of the challenges. This is a speeding train. You know, things are happening so quickly. I mean, just going back to the previous question where we talked about you know, commercial facilities not being able to take advantage of tankless water users. But there's new innovations happening every day. We just reviewed a product that now is taking those large commercial applications in air conditioning and reducing the water blow down to zero. And they're very low cost, quick return solution. But these are startup companies, and you know, we're trying to get their new technology out there and exposed. So I'm sure Jane probably has resources that she regularly monitors on.
Well, I actually I have a couple of things to say. One is, don't go to our website, because we don't. Our website isn't up yet. But because we do policy work, it would also be inappropriate for us to promote businesses. However, the City of Los Angeles has a Green Business Certification program. The policy was passed late last year. They should actually be launching the development of the program in the next month or two, and that will fulfill to some extent, Margaret, I think what you're looking for, which is a place to go not only to find out what green businesses exist, but how businesses can change their practices. So that's something that's coming. That's City of Los Angeles Green Business Program, and you can access information via environmentla.org, which is the city's environmental affairs department. There's a few other things. The city also has an initiative for a clean tech corridor. So they're essentially building a clean tech and green manufacturing cluster here in the City of Los Angeles. And if you go to CleanTechLA, I think it's .org, cleantechla.org. That also is a great resource. And the county has passed a motion recently to establish environmental service centers. So there's going to be, I think, 8 around the county, and they're also going to provide resources for green businesses, for individuals, and education, that sort of thing. And I think also I would like to just, make another plug for using your voice and saying to the City of Los Angeles, the County of Los Angeles, we need a one-stop shop on environmental resources. We would love to see that happen. We've been asking for that. The bureaucracy and institutional process makes something like that very, very difficult, but it would be fantastic to have that as a resource for everybody.
Great.
I just wonder, with regard to Mo, in terms of the hotels, has there been a study to show, now that they're not cleaning the sheets every day and they're not picking up the towels every day, has there been a study to show what the unemployment has been with the 1,000 hotels? How many people have lost their jobs because of that?
I don't think there has been. They're kind of on a down economy right now, so employment really hasn't been too stellar. But they're constantly monitoring or tracking their efforts, and part of the lead process is actually, can you guys hear me okay? Part of the lead effort, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Is tracking operating costs, tracking how much it costs to go green, and from the beginning to the end, you're supposed to track everything that you're doing. In terms of employment, there really hasn't been any studies done. What they're trying to do right now is they're trying to understand worker behavior in green buildings, whether they're more productive. There's a tie-in between productivity and green buildings because they're using natural light. They're ventilating the spaces a little bit more, which reduces the CO2 levels. Buildings actually do develop pollution, indoor air pollution. People actually do get sick. They get asthma or headaches, and that's a green building concern. So there has been some studies about that. They're saying that insurance premiums are a little lower for green buildings, and occurrences of sickness are lower too.
May I, if I may, this is a slight segue too. In terms of information sharing, our district has what's called the Sustainability Collaborative, and if you would, today, for example, if you're sticking around downtown at noon, this is monthly meetings. They're free, they're open, no RSVP needed, it's brown bag. Today, our topic is on a very special new substance that can be used as an exterior paint, but also using nanotechnology, is self-cleaning. If you'd like to see our presentation, we're doing it today at noon, 770 Wilshire, that's at the corner of Wilshire and Flower. Please use public transit, we don't have parking. But also, if you'd like to get on our email list for future meetings where we bring in information about a range of things, everything from a presentation a while back on what's going on in China to, you know, technologies we're using here, please email me. It would be mona.field@build-laccd.org. And also, I'll put my business cards back there and people can email. You know, I would love to add you to our list, and we send out only information relating to our series of discussions and related things such as today's.
Can you just repeat the name?
Thank you. We just call it the Sustainability Collaborative. There's absolutely no membership dues. It's completely informal networking and information sharing, and it's all based on this email list. And you know, again, it just coincidentally today at noon we have a presentation, and you're very welcome. And afterwards, if you want a little more detail on the location. Okay.
I just want to make a quick comment. I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Margaret.
Margaret.
Yes.
Going back to your point in terms of what our government's doing in terms of creating transparency for businesses that are going green, I almost would say, you know, let's not wait for government. Let's go into the private sector, go into your company or your organization and say, well, what are we doing to go green? What kind of competitions can we create within the company to come up with ideas to recycle, to reduce? You empower and you enable the workers, and you kind of create that grassroots, you know, momentum to push to go forward. And then I think the government will come online soon enough. But you know, it's us, the people. We're the ones who are kind of pushing this forward.
Yeah, one of the reasons I asked that question is because I think incentives are really what drive it. I think Jane brought up that point that we need the incentives, because I think people are motivated by what they get out of it, and maybe just green is not enough for them. They need to see some green in their hand in order to make the green choice.
Exactly.
We are past time.
We can go for another 10 minutes. I just want to be
10 more
respectful
minutes.
of our speakers if they need to go.
Question. Did you take
Yes,
that question?
my question is for the Conservation Corps. Whose name I can't read.
It's Chris.
So there was an article in the LA Times op-ed this past Sunday about the California Conservation Corps. So you read it, and it really highlighted the glory days of the creation of the indigenous forest, and really the essential work that we did in mountainous areas. And it indicated that, you know, that we need to really prioritize your work again, particularly after these fires. But the fear is, with the California budget crisis throughout the nation, how can we invest in this? And do you see your funding pretty much stable, or how are you promoting this and able to see?
LA Conservation Corps. You know, the Conservation Corps have had an upward battle as far as funding. We're not 100% funded by the state. The local corps are all private funded money that they go after. But when you look at the benefit to the community,